Wednesday, The Long Wednesday by Cinnamon Fever Lane. Nevermore on most days was the place to be if you liked drama, aggressive competitions of all kinds, etc., etc. Wednesday Addams was not the type of person to whom that appealed. She preferred sitting in her room, typing away on her typewriter, writing her serious detectives. However, that was hard to do, as a certain roommate of hers did not know how to keep quiet for more than 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Wednesday counted once. Nor what private space is. If you were to ask about how her novel is coming along, she'd tell you that it is none of your business while staring blankly, never quite blinking, forcing you out of her room. Yet, if you were to be Enidsinclair, the answer would slightly change. Wednesday would murmur something like, "just all right," while leaning more intensely and trying to concentrate on her work. This day was not special in the slightest. Wednesday woke up at the crack of dawn as usual, the slightest shimmer of light shining through the window. Inside, on the other hand, made the still peacefully sleeping Miss Sinclair full of color. Why did I make note of that? Most unusual. First visions, now this. She did not think more about this and went on with her writing. However, this would not be the last of this torment Wednesday encountered that day. About 3 hours later, Enid's alarm clock went off. Wednesday was, as it happens, rereading her favorite Poe novel. Enid lifted her hand, located her phone, and shut off the alarm, while slumping back on the bed. "Sinclair, it's time to wake up. Breakfast will be served soon," said Wednesday, looking at the still sleeping roommate of hers. "5 more minutes, Venny, please." She called me Venny. Why is that pleasing? Wednesday thought to herself. Right at that moment, Fink pushed Wednesday right into its bright pink fluffy bed. "I am so going to kill you, thing." But just as she was about to get out of bed, 2 warm hands wrapped around her waist. What is happening to me? Have I gone crazy? Enid's embrace tightened. Maybe I could get used to this. After all, she is my friend. Or maybe... No. Why her? She is very pretty, though. No. Concentrate, Wednesday, concentrate. Now, Enid's legs wrapped around her. This is not happening. Oh well, 5 more minutes never hurt anybody, Wednesday thought to herself before swiftly falling asleep herself. Her eyes opened 30 minutes later. The big blue eyes of her roommate were staring at her face, both of their arms wrapped round the other's body. Enid was visibly blushing. Wednesday, on the other hand, was trying her best not to. "Starting to rub off on you, am I?" Enid said with the biggest smile. "Do you mind if we..." Wednesday murmured, while hugging Enid tighter. "Not at all, Rennie, not at all." "Does this mean..." Miss Sinclair asked curiously. "Yes, mon amour, yes it does," Wednesday affirmed. Winnie, I fell for you the moment I first saw you. So pretty and confident," Enid stated, putting her head on top of Wednesday's. "Pretty, you're so pretty," Wednesday said as she fell asleep. Agree to disagree, sweetheart. Agree to disagree.